Hello! It's been a hot minute or two since I last posted on this channel, but don't worry, Sunbreak is out, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm sure everyone is desperate to see meta builds and the like, but I want to respect the people that are going through the game slowly, and so that's going to be in a future video. But if you want a sneak peek at the best lance, generally it's going to be the final boss, but there are some exceptions, so look forward to that in the future. In this video, we're going to go over the basic changes that Lance has gotten in Sunbreak, have a quick look at the new switch skills, and the changes to some of the older switch skills that we've got. So let's jump in. So as a whole, I'm really impressed with the changes that we've gotten for the Lance. If you asked me pre-Sunbreak, what if any balance changes we'd get, I'd have probably said we'd get a big nerf to Spiral Thrust, put it in line with the other damage options we have, and just leave Lance as that is. And I was completely wrong, and in the absolute best way possible. We've had a general increase in motion values across the board, and our ability to deal element with the Lance has also been buffed. So as a whole, the dependency we have on Spiral Thrust is greatly reduced. We're now going to want to use a lot more of the kit, and that's brilliant. If I was going to go into the specifics of every single little change and every new motion value, we'd be here for a while. But if you want to see them, there's a really good post about it on Reddit, and so I'll link that in the description. Shout out to Falsus for making that. It's really good work. So to condense it, overall there's about a 20% motion value buff across all moves, and then a select few have got larger buffs. The charged counter went from a 40 motion value attack to a 70 motion value attack. I wouldn't use it because it's kind of slow, but it's a 75% damage increase. Another move that is significantly more useful is Leaping Thrust. That got a larger than average buff, especially in the element department, with a 38% raw increase and a whopping 100% increase to the elemental damage that you'd be doing with that attack. But the real winner was Cross Slash, going from a 25 and then 50 double hit to a 40 and then 65 motion value, which is a 78% damage increase. This is a wonderful buff, and it makes Cross Slash go from being a move that I wouldn't recommend to a move that is one of the best damage options for Lance, and it also helps cement insta-block being sort of the de facto choice that all Lance players really want to be using in Sunbreak. But that's not the only change that insta-block got in Sunbreak. They've widened the invulnerability frames you have on it. So in the base game, you had about 1/10 of a second to press the button correctly, whereas in Sunbreak they've doubled that, and so it's 100% more usable, and it's something that I would strongly recommend trying out if you haven't already. Right, let's talk switch skills. So the first new switch skill is Skyward Thrust, and it's good. You have to swap either Anchor Rage or Spiral Thrust, and that kind of sucks because, spoilers, they combo now. But Skyward Thrust is a decent move in and of itself, and in the right situation it's definitely worth taking. I'm planning to do a more in-depth video on all of the big damage switch skills, because they're all viable this time around, rather than the Anchor Rage video being, yeah, just use Spiral Thrust. But moving back to Skyward Thrust, the short answer is, if the monster's tall, Skyward Thrust is great. If the monster's not tall, not very good. The motion value is 30 when you're going up, and then on each descending hit, it's an 80 motion value, which is crazy when you can get 3 to 4 hits on the bigger monsters. So moving forwards again, let's talk briefly about Anchorage. The first thing that will make a lot of people happy is that it no longer scales negatively with the guard skill. So you can bring guard and block an attack that would do heavy knockback and still get the yellow buff instead of the red buff because you've brought guard. I'd personally still recommend not worrying about guard, but if you want to use the skill, you can use that with Anchorage now without the stupid negative effect. The other major change is that the duration of the buff aura has now been doubled and lasts 20 seconds. But the real bonus is that the aura stacks with Spiral Thrust's blue aura to double up on the damage. So now we have a really fun playstyle where we block with Anchorage and then we swap to Spiral Thrust. Block again, and then you do crazy damage. Spiral Thrust itself has been largely unchanged, there's no nerfs to it, and so it's still really good, and everything else has just been brought up. One thing is that it seems to be better at dealing with multi-hit attacks, but I've not done much testing on it yet, so I will leave that with big question marks. We'll deal with that in a later video. Next up we have Twin Vine, also known as, oh yeah, that thing exists. But I can actually see why someone would want to use it now. Firstly, they decreased the number of wire bugs it takes to use to 1. Why it originally cost 2 bugs, I do not know. Because just this alone isn't really a valuable buff. But the main feature that they added was when it's active, you now have your guard level increased by 2 when guarding attacks against the monster that your Twin Vine is attached to. This is a really nice feature, and getting 2 points of guard in exchange for 1 wire bug every 60 seconds is actually pretty damn good. And if you want to bring levels of guard, smart use of Twin Vine will free up your armor set for more valuable skills or just more flexibility. One example would be if you only wanted to have 3 guard for most of the fight, but when the monster enrages, maybe its attacks start doing more knockback, and so you want 5 levels of guard, but only for that bit. You can bring 3 levels of guard and then just use Twin Vine when it gets angry. It does have competition though. The skill that you can swap Twin Vine out for, Absolute Evasion, is an incredibly simple skill. You use a wire bug, you launch yourself backwards while sheathing your weapon. It's got iframes up the wazoo on it, and I find it's really good for those moments when you're low on health and you need to sheath to heal, but you know, the monster's angry and it's really risky because sheathing takes a long time. So as it stands, both skills are, you know, pretty decent, very utility based and up to personal preference really. Finally, we have Shield Tackle. This is a thing that you switch out Guard Dash for, and it's really, really juicy. It's a very short, quick shield advance, doesn't go very far, but it acts like a shield bash in that it does damage, but it also acts like the guard dash in that it blocks attacks. It's also got a guard point that will increase your guard level, which reduces knockback and uses less stamina, and most importantly, it combos with triple pokes to make an infinite combo. Really quite nice. It does have caveats. The lack of range is sometimes a problem, There are some moves that it doesn't mesh well with. I find smart use of absolute evasion is what gets me out of those situations. Maybe Twin Vine jumping as well would work, but we'll cover that more in depth in another video. But overall, it's a pretty good upgrade of Guard Dash. So now we get to the question, which ones are best and what would I recommend? Well, personally, I would be using Shield Charge, Shield Tackle, and Absolute Evasion, and then swapping around the damage wire bugs to suit the monster. Most of the time, I'd be swapping Spiral Thrust for Skyward Thrust, but there are a few cases where I drop Anchor Rage for Skyward Thrust instead. But honestly, the game is new, and each skill seems to have its own perks over its equivalent, and so experimentation is probably the best answer when deciding which skills that you want to run with yourself, because they're all pretty good. That's about it for this video. I implore you to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want more, and if you've got your own tips or questions about Lance, then commenting on the video is always the best way to get heard. Thanks for watching. Peace out.